This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
You know, when people like reach out and ask for help and it's something as simple as, hey, shipping her a box of tampons.
The one thing about this girl is she's never asked me for anything. She may have hinted about tampons.
May have hinted about the tampons. 26th of July. The year is 2020. My name is Corey Winfield, and this is the 217 Recovery Podcast. Joining me in the studio yet again, the very lovely, the very talented blog writer herself. It is Marney Liston. Marney, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. What's good with you?
I'm doing okay. Doing all right. We got the new microphone working now. I'm feeling pretty confident about that. And there was something weird with the other one, and it was picking up an echo, and I really hope it's not doing that now.
Excellent.
Yeah. See, money does fix everything. Yeah, just kidding. Today, though, we review a movie called Palm Springs. Mm-hmm. And also going to get into a little bit about conversation I just had with a friend. And maybe a little time travel. I haven't talked time travel in a couple weeks. And parallel universes, which I know Rob Larson, if he's listening, is going to be very intrigued. He's going to be yelling at his phone, Corey, you're stupid. I told you time is relevant. Or whatever, Rob. So that's how Rob talks. Yeah, so also, before we get into all that, though, we wanted to get into your blog, or at least I wanted you to kind of talk about the blog that you just posted today. It was a good one. It was about family. Mm-hmm. And like what, you just were like, I'm going to write a blog about family, or is this something you were thinking about?
It kind of came up, I guess, when I had my dad on the podcast a few weeks ago, and after it was all said and done, I was thinking to myself, like, what exactly was I expecting? How did I think this was going to go? And you know, what people share about themselves and their relationship with alcohol today and in their past, you know, is their own, and, you know, up to them on how what they want to disclose. So I think I kind of put them on the spot a little bit, but anyhow, I started reflecting on just where I'm at with, you know, my relationships with the people in my family and the people that I love, and what has been, I guess, salvaged from those. And, you know, everything that has happened in my past has affected those that were close to me, good and bad. And, you know, we change as people, and obviously everyone that I love, my family mostly, has always been, you know, rooting for me, has always been, you know, behind me and aware of my struggles. But they did reach their breaking point. And this time around, it's become way more apparent to me that I have to be okay with that, and actually trying to understand where they were coming from when they decided to kind of just like cut ties with me and, you know, send me on my way with hopes and prayers that I would, you know, find recovery. And at the time when it was happening, you know, myself, I didn't understand it. But now when I look back in hindsight, it makes complete sense. Because for people that are addicts and alcoholics, we have spent so many days and months and years living in chaos, and the people we love have been touched by that, and they get tired of it. And we've tried to change, and then, you know, or there's been enabling situations, and, you know, we latch on in these codependent relationships, and it's completely unhealthy. It's unhealthy for us. It's unhealthy for them. And so I need to be okay with the fact that they were making those decisions to say, because essentially it's just they don't know what to do anymore. You know, it's like we can't we can't fix you. And they're frustrated with that. And, I had to understand that. And so this blog is kind of just like basically talking about how in our lives that repairing and mending those relationships is something that does not happen overnight, and that it's something that we have to work on, and that because of the nature of our past and the way that we acted and behaved in our addiction, we hurt a lot of people, and to repair those relationships is difficult, and it takes time, and we can't expect our loved ones to just think, oh, they turned over a new leaf and, everything's back how it used to be, because it never will be back how it used to be. It can be better. And so basically it was just to keep hope and to know that all of my blogs are kind of like just me talking about where I'm coming from. Not everyone can relate to all of them. I'm sure of that, but that it's okay to have to be patient. You have to be patient about earning that trust back, and they don't want to hear promises anymore. They're tired of promises. They want to see action, and if they love you, then they'll be patient as well. And so it's basically like, don't tell them that you're going to change and that you're going to, live in recovery. You need to show them that you're changing and living in recovery. And that's the real way to get to repairing relationships with the people that you love the most, which most of the time, family is part of that. Your own, that you have, like your husband or wife and your own children, or, your, core family that you grew up with, your parents and your brothers and sisters and so on.
Yeah, I like that part of your blog when you said, that your family doesn't want you, they don't want to hear it from you again. And I can tell by reading that, kind of went through that same phase that I went through. Because at first, damn it, we were telling them that, and we meant it when we said it, sort of, like, yeah, I'm done with it. I'm done. I'm tired. And we were tired, and we wanted to be done. We just didn't know what it was going to take. And we weren't at that time willing to give it all that it was going to take for us to remain sober. But yeah, we meant it when we said it to them, the first 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. This is it. I'm done. This is my last treatment center. I'm too old for this. I need to move forward. I need to do this. And this is it. I'm done. But then you get to a point where you don't even tell them that anymore, because you're tired of, it sounds like lies coming out of your mouth, even though when you're saying it, it's not. But we're just still looking for that, what's it going to take kind of thing. And we didn't know what it was yet. So we get to the point where then we just stop saying it. Let's stop saying it. And then we start to learn to prove it, to show it. And that's what we can do to make a difference. And I think you're kind of like me in that aspect of, we don't like to be wrong, and we like to do the things we put our mind to. And if I am 100% dead set on something, I'm going to do it. And if I take that approach with my recovery, like, damn, I'm going to show my parents, I'm going to show my brother and sister, I'm going to show them that I can do this. When I get my mind made up like that, then it's on the positive side of things. And when I started giving my chips, the chips that we get every month, AA, my 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, when I started giving those to family members, that was something that really motivated me to get the next one. Because like so many other people, and I've heard people say it, I stopped collecting those 1, 2 month chips like 4 years ago. And, I realized I had a whole stack of them, just 1 and 2 months, and it just becomes a sad reminder. And we think, I don't earn it. I've already got 20 of them. I don't need any more. But I kind of went through that too. And then I realized, no, if I can give it to other people, if I can save those chips and send them to people. And, I don't think my younger brother likes the chips as much as my mother does, but I like sending it to my brother just as much as I did sending it to my mom. So it just kind of made it to where it was, hey, this is something that I'm not going to say I'm going to do it. I didn't tell my little brother, hey, I'm going to mail you my 5-month coin. It just showed up in his mail, and I already had my mind made up that I'm going to show him and I'm going to do it. And those coins helped me kind of along the way with that too. So, but I liked your blog though. It's good. You should post more.
Thanks.
And if you haven't read her blog, it's 217recovery.com/Marney. And you can subscribe to our website. And that way, when Marney posts one, or Anna or Jay or myself post new blogs, they'll be uploaded and they'll give you a notification and let you know. Speaking of notifications, I was talking to my friend Adam Brothers, and he said he listens through Spreaker. He said that's in Spreaker is who we record with. So when we get done with the podcast, and pretty much immediately when we finish it and it's uploaded, it sends out notifications to everybody who subscribes. And Adam, he's all about the Spreaker. He loves it. So if I don't know if you're listening on Pandora or Apple Podcasts or however you get it, whatever's most convenient for you, thank you for listening to it. But when he said that he subscribes to that, and then he told me some other stories about what he was going through in life, and you heard some of it. I had it on speakerphone, and it just goes to show you that when bad things happen, you don't have to go back to the old way of life. You don't have to go back to, my life's blown up. Oh, I better stop and go back. You got a year in, keep that year. Don't give up. You might think that your life's being destroyed and, how could this person do this? And I don't really want to get into Adam's business too much, but, there was something that happened in his life where, he was set and things were going well and he was just going through the motions. And, most people would look at, things he was doing and, his life and, hey, man, that's perfect. That's good things you got going on. And then some things happened and he figured out that wasn't really what was going on, and kind of changed the game for him. But he didn't go back to drinking. And that's such a huge thing. And Adam, I'm so proud of you, man. Like when you first called me, I was like, oh, Jesus. And it's been like 3 or 4 days we've been playing phone tag, and we finally got a chance to speak today. And, I'm so proud of him for not, choosing to go back to that easy, miserable life, and it's kind of hard right now for him and the things that he has going on, but he's got a plan, and Adam's looking forward to the future. And I think that is such a huge advantage if you're in those situations. Keep pushing forward. What do you want? Because we know what we don't want. Adam knows where he doesn't want to be. Mm-hmm. He knows a life he does not want to live. That's not fun. That's very unproductive. And instead, he might be, making whatever, doing whatever, but he's got plans, and doesn't matter if people tell him that he's crazy and that'll never happen. It doesn't matter, Adam. You can have 100 people tell you it's not going to happen, and you're the only one that's going to make that either happen or not happen. Mm-hmm. It's up to you. Don't let people who don't understand your vision or your ideas get in the way of what you want to do. And I was talking to a guy probably about a month ago, and he was telling me some things, and he wanted to make engines for RC cars, and he wanted to put a different kind of fan in it and some that didn't need to be charged all the time, and do it, and as a hobby, even do it. I do this podcast as a hobby. Do whatever makes you happy and whatever is going to keep you sober. And if people are like, why have you been messing around with that for 20 years? Because you're still trying to perfect it. It's better than drinking, and it gives you something to do, and it keeps you positive and moving forward. So Adam mentioned that he wanted to start a podcast, and I told him I'll help him in any way. Yeah. If he wants me to give him shout outs, if he wants me to, help him get started, I think he has all the equipment he needs. He's aware of Spreaker, who we do ours through. I don't know if that's the best one to go with. That's just the one we kind of went with. I guess at some point I thought it was the best one. That's probably why I chose it. Or maybe they had a free trial. I don't remember exactly, but it works out well. I don't mind Spreaker, but whatever he needs, whatever he needs, I'll help him kind of get that going. And if anybody, if you're looking to start a podcast, and Adam's is going to be about recovery, but he is bipolar as well, and he was telling me some things about trying to get into the doctor, and they told him 6 to 8 weeks, and he's like, kind of need my meds, and I'm praying for him, and he's a man of faith, Adam is. So I know